Hello everybody, my name is BluJay, and we are, once again, at the start of a brand new series. This is Season 2 of the Unity SMP. That's right, if you missed the last episode of Season 1, you probably didn't know we were resetting, but we decided to do that since, you know, a couple reasons. We have a couple new members, and we just updated to 1.2, so there's a lot of new features that we want to be able to include, and oh no! No. Well, if we're gonna do this, we may as well start with a bang, so let's get started right now. Alright, so we just spawned into the world, and this is a bit concerning. We're on an island, so that's a problem. There's no trees, there's not really a good source of food here, there's not really a whole lot we can do just yet. We can't craft any tools, we can't make a crafting bench, we can't do anything because there are no trees, but I did see the first episode from a few of the members that did the launch collaboration to get everything started, and thankfully enough, they found a place for us to build. So we're not gonna have to stay here very long. I'm trying to get some seeds, but I'm not having any luck here. I keep on breaking all these little grass things and nothing, no seeds. Well, there's the arrow over there. This is the arrow that DrJimJim left for any of the people that haven't spawned in yet to know which way to go. So here's the question of the day. Do we trust him? Is it that direction? Or is it that direction? Well, we're just going to trust him and hope that we're going the right direction. Hopefully this isn't just one big, massive opening prank. All right, well, off we go, swimming in the ocean. No boat, no transportation, no food, so hopefully we don't starve before we get to the island. Well, that's a good sign. There's at least a couple of trees there that we might be able to grab a hold of and get some starting resources here. And I do see some land there in the background. This looks like a swamp, but I'm not sure what that land back there is. Maybe that's where we're gonna build? I hope, because I've been swimming for a little bit. Not, you know, a terrible long time, but, you know, swimming. It goes slow, especially when you don't have Depth Strider. Man, I really miss all of my endgame gear. I had such great gear in my first season of my single-player world, and I haven't had good gear since then. I didn't even have good gear in Season 1 of Unity. It didn't go on long enough for me to get good gear, and it was just kind of a dud as far as my gear goes. I got a mending pickaxe by the end, but that's about all the decent gear that we had, so hopefully we can gear up a little bit quicker in both this series and the new single-player series I just started. So let me gather a few resources, and we'll keep on traveling and hopefully find the place we're going to meet up with everybody else. Alright, so I've got enough wood to get myself a crafting table, and we're also going to go ahead and craft up a boat, because I'm not sure how much farther we're going to have to travel, and I definitely don't want to swim anymore. So let's go ahead and jump out of the crafting menu and throw down our crafting table right... let's put it right here. That seems as good a place as any. And first thing we need is a bed, because we're going to need to sleep a little bit later on. There's nobody on the realm right now. Hopefully we'll catch up with some other people later on. And there we go. Oh, speaking of people, there he is. PaddyCasts is on, or as a lot of people call him, Power Paddles. We're gonna have to try to meet up with him if he's gonna be on for a little while. Knock knock, is anybody home? We seem to have found a little farm here. I'm not sure whose this is, but there's PaddyCasts right there, and it looks like this is his little starter house, and there's some trees, and what does this sign say? Claimed. All right. And let's just kind of walk around for a second and see what else there is. Little cow farm, little crop farm, and a yellow bed there. Not sure who that belongs to yet, but it looks like we have found the place that we're going to build. It's actually not too far away from the spawn island. It's just pretty much from that arrow. It's pretty straightforward. Literally straightforward. You just walk and then swim and then walk again, and that's it. Straightforward. So let's go ahead and craft up our starter tools here. We need an axe so we can chop down some more trees, and we're going to need some more sticks because we're out of those. And let's go ahead and get a pickaxe and all of the basic starter stuff that we could need. We'll get another shovel, and there we go. All right, so let's go grab a couple more trees, get geared up a little bit, and then we'll see what else we can do today. All right, guys, I am back. I had to take a little bit of a break because I was going out fishing like pretty much shortly after that last clip was recorded. So this is actually the very next day that I'm recording this, and my goodness, there's already been some progress on the realm. And I've actually already talked with PaddyCasts, and he is going to jump back on here in just a little bit, and we're going to do a little bit of a collaboration together in our first episode. That's the goal of Season 2, is to do a lot more collaborations with a lot more of the members, and we're going to start out right. We're going to get out on the right foot and start a collaboration today. But check this out. Daphne just released this episode today. I'm not sure if the progress that she made in today's episode on her channel is done while I'm recording this. I'm pretty sure it's not. But look at this little starter hut, and she's building a ship over there. I'll show you that in a second. Oh my goodness, she's already got an armor stand with iron armor. We're already so far behind, and it's just the first episode for us. I think it's the second one for her, but take a look at this. My goodness, she is showing us all up already. This is a lot of work for one episode. Wow, that's insane. It's crazy. I can't remember how many episodes she's done now. Maybe it's 2 or 3, but that's a lot of work for pretty early on the realm with little to no materials. That's awesome. All right, let's take a look around and see what else there is to see for the moment. And, ooh, let's go look at that over there. I saw this in DrJimJim's episode. He was working on this. Oh, I hate hitting that little question mark button. I always do that now. I wish they would move that. I know it's useful to have the little help tips there and stuff, but it's kind of annoying when you click on it instead of the X. But look at this. This little entrance to the community mine. Brilliant. I love it. I love it. We're going to have to go down there here in just a few minutes and gather some resources. But what I want to do is I want to go walk around and try to find a spot that we want to build in. Now, I'll tell you the theme a little bit later in the episode, but what I'm thinking is I want to go somewhere near water, and I don't want to encroach on the space that Daphne might be building in, so we're not going to go over this direction at all. I'm not sure that I want to build in a swamp, necessarily. Oh, hello, skeleton. Let's take care of you. We could always use the bones. Oh, wow. It's like my thumbs just went crazy on the screen. Oh, okay. Let's keep looking around. I'm okay with this spot, but I'm not 100% happy with it. I think I'm going to keep looking. Let's go over this direction. I believe this is a large island. It's not like a, continent or anything like that with endless amounts of land. I believe this is still an island, so that's kind of like the new challenge of Season 2, is we started out on an island and we're building on an island. It's just a little bit bigger of an island so that, we can all stay pretty close together. Yeah, that's right. Over here, there's more water. So I think maybe we'll do our build over here. Let's take a look at this, see what this little terrain looks like. And, oh yeah. Yep, I think this is where we want to go. Oh, look at that. Look at that little island. We're going to have to do something cool with that. Oh, I've got ideas just running through my brain right now. I can't reveal all of them yet, but shortly. Shortly. All right, let's set up camp here. This is going to be our spot. All right, so we're going to carve out this little space here and turn this into a little bit of a starter farm. It was PaddyCasts who was generous enough to give us 1 potato and a few seeds just to get our little farm going here so we can have a sustainable source of food. And he also gave us some cooked pork chops and some steak and all sorts of goodies just to get us going so we don't, starve in the first 10 minutes of the episode. So I think we're going to go mining a little bit later to try to get some stone tools and get away from wood tools as fast as possible. Probably not going to do a whole lot of mining today because I did talk to PaddyCasts and we are going to do a collab, so I'm going to spend most of the time in today's episode doing that. So let me keep doing a little bit of this, gather some more resources, and then we'll get started with our collab here in a few minutes. This is a genius idea. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody do this. Putting furnaces in the actual strip mine so that you can throw all of your stuff in and keep going. Why didn't I think of that? Well, let me tell you, this is one of the most precious resources right here at the beginning of any new survival world, coal. It's how you cook your food, it's how you make your light, it's how you basically survive. You need coal. And, mid to late game in a survival world, this isn't really that valuable anymore because you have stacks upon stacks upon stacks and you never run out. But right now, this is the most precious resource that we could have besides food itself. This is what we need right here. All right, so we have put away our wood tools and we've gotten a set of stone tools to get us going. We got some torches, we got some coal in there, we got some cooked food. We are pretty well set to go and the sun is going down. And thankfully, we've got a bed to sleep in, and let's go ahead and do that now. And, it's not dark enough yet. And you know what? While I'm thinking of this, let's go ahead and grab some lapis, since we found some in the mine, and we'll take our bones and bone meal, and we'll combine them and make light blue dye. As is tradition for my series, I like to have a light blue bed, because my name is BluJay, it's my favorite color, and so let's do that right now. There we go. We've got a light blue bed, and we can go ahead and sleep in that whenever we like. All right, so let's actually throw some torches around real quick. I know I hate torch spam. I know you guys hate torch spam. But it's nice to have your area lit up early on. We'll get rid of this a little bit later once we actually build here. And have a sustainable, permanent, that's the word I'm looking for, permanent source of light.
Well, hello there, Blue.
What's up, Paddles? How you doing, man?
I'm great. I'm loving this seed. Honestly, I love it already.
I know, right? I had a little bit of a hard time finding this place at first, but I followed that arrow that JimJim left on the main island and made it a little bit easier.
Indeed. So this is where I'm going to be building.
Awesome. I like your dirt house so far.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
Oh, perfect. It's awesome.
My best one, I think, especially the sand block, just tops it off.
What is that supposed to represent there?
Well, that's just representing that I am the peak of this server, you know?
Oh,
I am,
for sure.
I'm absolutely the peak right now.
You have built the tallest building on the realm.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I do have some plans for this place. I'm pretty much, my base is just going to be built out of logs. Pretty much just logs.
Excellent.
And it's going to be, I'm going to show you a quick little thing that we're going to be doing. This is basically going to be the start of my base. Like this. This is going to be it. So there's going to be like a tower here.
Okay.
And then we're going to have a little bridge coming this way.
Love it.
We're going to have another tower like over here. And then another bit of a bigger bridge going to over here and another tower here. And then there's going to be stuff underground and all this sort of stuff. And it's going to look amazing. I can't wait to get building.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's the general overall theme that you're going for?
I don't really know, to be honest.
That's okay.
I haven't decided yet. When it starts to look like something, that's when I'll decide the theme.
There you go. That's cool.
All right, yeah. So, that's pretty much my base. I mean, I'm going to get started on it very soon.
Awesome.
But should we go and look at yours?
Yeah, let's go over and take a look. Let's go over and take a look. I'm pretty close to everybody, but I wanted to jump over here where I had a little bit more space to spread out.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I'm thinking I'm going to build something rather large. Hopefully, taking up about twice as much space as my previous base on the first season of Unity. I had the start of it going, but it ended rather abruptly.
Yeah.
But
now we've got more time. This series is going to be a lot longer than the last one, isn't it?
Oh, I think so. There's no plans of a reset. So here I am. This is where I've started. I've got absolutely nothing because I just threw all this together right before you and I started our little collab here. But I'm thinking I'm going to utilize this island out here for something and then just kind of spread out across this little open plain here. And I chose to go next to the water here just based off of a couple of designs that I've seen on Google and YouTube, just some different things that I've seen. What I'm going to go for, and I actually haven't revealed this yet to any of my viewers in this episode yet, so this is the first time anybody's hearing this. The theme for season 2, I think I'm going to go with a steampunk style. This was suggested by quite a few of the subscribers that watched season 1, and I've never done anything like that before, and I'm like, you know what? Let's branch out. Let's do something difficult. Let's do something I've never done before and challenge myself. So we're going to do something steampunk, and I'm thinking there'll be like a giant water wheel somewhere around off of one of the buildings in the water.
I love that. I love water wheels in Minecraft. They always look amazing.
Yeah. And I'm thinking like massive. I'm thinking huge water wheel, not something, tiny.
Awesome.
So other than that, I have no like vision for what it's going to look like just yet, or how big it's going to be, or what the buildings are going to look like, but it's going to be kind of like a little compound of buildings, and I don't know what we're going to do yet.
Awesome. Well, it sounds different, which is always great in Minecraft.
Yes, absolutely.
So hard to find something that is different, and it sounds like it's going to be good.
Awesome, man.
I like it. And we are back, and we've come up with a little bit of a design for our tree little farm that we want to build. This is the design we're going to go with, right, Blue?
Yeah, it's looking pretty good so far, I think. A little bit overgrown, a little bit natural kind of feel, and pretty simple. And like you said while we were designing this, it's light on resources.
Yeah, seems we really don't have much at this stage, so we can just about build this and it still look good.
So what I'm thinking we'll do is I've marked out over here 2 cobblestone walls. And these are going to represent the rows of our trees where we're going to plant the saplings. And what I think we're going to do is go 5 blocks in between each one widthwise, and same as far as lengthwise. So 5 blocks wide, 5 blocks deep, and that'll give us plenty of room not to overlap trees. And if anybody decides to bring like a spruce tree in here or a dark oak tree or something like that, then it's going to be, a little tight, but hopefully we can make that work. But this is mainly for like smaller trees, oak, birch, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got some saplings. You've got some saplings? Let me grab a row, you grab a row, and we'll just start placing them down. I'm going to go ahead and take this cobble wall out here, and there's our first sapling, and I think we're going to go this direction too. While, let me count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While we're doing this, I think we're already off. Nope, no, we're not. My perspective is distorted. While we're doing this, I want to tell you about a dream that I had last night. It's really weird. Sorry, I placed it down in the wrong place. Threw you off. You know what? Let's finish doing the trees first, and then I'll tell you about my dream while we're building the walls, because that doesn't take as much thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tree. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. And here's my dream. This is one of those things where you're like, all right, BluJay, you've probably been playing way too much Minecraft if you're having this kind of dream. And all right, for those of you guys watching, I already told Paddy about a different dream that I had. He wanted me to save this one for on camera, just for reaction purposes. But I already told him about a different dream that I had. And he's already commented, dude, you have got some weird creative imagination. So last night I was sleeping and I woke up in like a cabin, and I was like in the woods, and I was with a bunch of random people that I didn't know. I have no idea who was there. And all of a sudden, like one of my favorite worship bands shows up. So like I lead worship for a church, and so there's this group, they're called Rend Collective, and they're like this Irish folk kind of style. They're from Ireland, and they've got some really, really cool instruments that they use. And, they just show up in the middle of the cabin and they start playing some acoustic music in the woods. And then all of a sudden, while we're just listening to this great music, the floor starts flooding. And I see water just rolling in, and I'm like, well, that's weird. And so we all go outside and get into a boat. And I think this is where Minecraft comes in, because I'm like, started this episode, we're on an island, we have no idea where we're going, and there's just water all over the place. And so, water starts rolling into the cabin, and we go outside, and we get into a barrel. And I don't know why we get into a barrel, but we get into a barrel, and we start floating, and I start floating down this tunnel, and I know that I'm going, like, way past where the cabin is, and so, like, then all of a sudden I'm by myself, and I don't know where everybody else has gone. I'm alone in a barrel, floating down a river, in a tunnel, and I come out into the ocean, and it's really weird. And here's where it gets even weirder. So I get out of this tunnel into the ocean, and all of a sudden I hear like this roaring sound of wings flapping and fire roaring behind me, and it's the Ender Dragon flying right behind me. And he swoops down over my head. And mind you, this is like not Minecraft graphics in my head. This is like real life that I'm seeing the Ender Dragon flying over my head. And
oh my god.
Yeah, so let's go jump and sleep real quick so we can get rid of the rain and the dark.
Yeah.
And while we're sleeping, I'll keep telling about my dream. So the Ender Dragon's flying overhead, and rather than swimming back up the tunnel because the current is too strong, I climb on top of the tunnel, which happens to be connected to a mountain. And I get on top of the mountain, and then there's a village, and the village is just like going nuts. Everybody is just going crazy, running around like, there's a dragon! There's a dragon! And like the dragon swoops down 3 feet above the ground, flies through the streets and like torching everything. And you know, if you've ever seen the Hobbit trilogy, just picture that in your head. That's what it looked like. And like I'm just desperately trying to get back to this cabin that I started in, and then I woke up. There you go.
You have really got a wild imagination, Blue. See what I can do here.
All right.
Let's get some more stuff.
Are you listening to music in the background?
No, it's an ice cream truck.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I apologize. I didn't think you could hear it.
That's hilarious.
Oh wow.
It kind of sounded like the intro to a Taylor Swift song, not gonna lie. I was like, are you listening to some Taylor Swift over there?
No, absolutely not. Wow, that's a big tree.
It is a big tree, and that's a good thing, too, because I'm completely out of leaves. Do you have any more leaves on you?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
There you go. Yeah, I think I played on console for like 4 years, I think. Maybe 3-4 years. I think it's only the last year or so that I've actually played on PC.
Okay.
So I was always used to Xbox. That's how I got into it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think the console edition is good, but it has a lot of things that don't work. It's a lot slower,
sure,
and all that sort of stuff, you know. But it's great. Minecraft is great, whatever it's on.
Oh, for sure.
This is a little bit better. It still looks derpy, but it's getting there.
This is one of those games that, like, I just can't stop playing. You know what I mean?
I'll never get bored of Minecraft.
I know. There are some people that are like, it's so boring. There's nothing to do. I don't know how to play it. And I'm like, dude, this is like infinite imagination, infinite things you can build and do and adventure. And I'm like, I don't know how you just can't keep going. Like, there's games that I've played on my console that I just cannot finish. And they're all usually like open world stuff. I know Dallas has mentioned he's going to build a shelter. Not a shelter, like a vault. Yeah, a vault from Fallout, which I've tried playing Fallout 4, and I love it. It's a great game, got a great story, and but I can't seem to finish it. It's such a massive, like, open world, massive amounts of missions and things to accomplish that I'm just like, I can't finish it. I don't know how to stay motivated.
I understand
you know?
that. Yeah, definitely. I'm exactly the same. Yeah.
But
Minecraft is one only game. I think it's one and only.
Yeah.
There's nothing else like it.
There really isn't. And I was talking about this in, one of my recent videos that I compare it to Super Mario. How Super Mario has just become like its own thing. When anybody thinks of Nintendo, they think of Super Mario.
Yeah.
And that has been a game that's like been throughout generations, like 30 years plus, something like that. And it's showing no signs of slowing down. And I'm like, I feel like Minecraft could be the next Super Mario. You know what I mean? Like, it could be one of those games that just lasts for generations and it evolves and looks differently and all of that. But as long as people stay interested and as long as, Microsoft decides to keep funding it and supporting it, then I think it's going to last a long time. Here's something we didn't consider that maybe we should, potentially. Are we going to light this place up in any way?
Oh, yeah. That is a good point. I did not think about that.
I would hate for somebody to come in here and,
blow everything up.
Yeah. Trying to chop down some trees and get blown up and blow up the farm in the process.
Maybe, maybe we can do something like this. We put torches in here because they go through slabs, doesn't it?
Yep.
So maybe... Whoops. Maybe something like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Lights it up. Awesome.
So here's something else we talked about, but we haven't done yet, and we've already kind of run into a situation here. Are we going to put blocks above the trees so they don't grow into that massive super chunk there?
Like this.
Yeah.
We're going to have to chop that tree down, and then I guess we should do it afterwards, yeah.
All right.
I think it's like 8 blocks or something like that, right?
I've never actually done it, so I don't know, honestly.
I think it's... If we can do it off the top of this tree anyway. So we want it to be... The blocks be like right here. So we chop this one down, and then I'll count how many it is. I think it's 8. Just helps to not make them so big. Let's see if we've got it at the right height here.
Totally just did this wrong. I only dug 1 block down and placed the torch down. Why isn't the slab going down?
This is looking really nice.
I agree. I like it for like a basic starter tree farm.
Especially from over here, it looks even better. I do have 3 bones. Let's see.
I haven't taken a wide angle look yet. I'm gonna have to do that here in a second.
This is really nice. I love it.
I'm wondering when the rest of the folks are going to be jumping on here. I haven't heard from a few of them. Oh, there's water under here. Oh, good. The other thing that makes me sad that we reset the realm so quickly, I know, it was kind of necessary, but, like, I just hate starting from scratch.
Yeah.
I just launched a single-player series right when we were talking about resetting the Unity realm, and I'm like, no, now I've got to start from scratch on 2 separate series. But here we are, and we're making good progress, and I've honestly got quite a few more materials in the first episode of this than I did in my first episode of my other series.
Yeah, this will get going quickly, I think.
It's nice
Once everyone starts joining and everything.
Yeah, it's nice to have multiple people on here. Like, all this food that you gave me right off the bat, totally wouldn't have had that if you wouldn't have given it to me.
Yeah. I've started a little bit of a chicken farm as well. Hopefully that'll get going soon. And then I'm going to put like a chest out over here with like community food in. So
Awesome.
When the other guys get coming as well, they'll actually have something.
Who's done an episode so far? It's you and me and JimJim and Daphne and Dallas. Is that it?
Yep. I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what unfolds with some of the other guys that are really busy. I know Jack Frost is in school, and I know DrJimJim is in school, and that kind of takes up a lot of their time, so they're not able to record quite as often, but be interesting. All I got to say though is like you have a newborn at home, right?
Yeah.
So you and I both have newborns at home, and we've still made time to record. Come on. There's nothing busier than having a little baby that you have to wake up for every 2 hours.
It's so much work. Yeah.
And we got super lucky with both kids. No joke. Like, you're probably going to get mad at me for saying this, but so our 15-month-old, he started sleeping through the night, I think at like 3 or 4 months, something like that. And so he sleeps now at 15 months old. We put him down to bed at like 6 o'clock in the evening, and he'll sleep through the night until 8 o'clock the next morning.
Really?
No joke. He's 15 months old. Our 1 month old is already sleeping like probably 4 to 5 hour stretches on a really good night. That's not every night.
Yeah.
Like some nights he'll wake up at like, every 2 to 3 hours and be up feeding him and all that kind of stuff. But he'll on a good night sleep 4 to 5 hours at a time. And it's like, we got lucky with both kids.
Yeah, you did.
Because I know there's a lot of people that wake up every hour for months.
Yeah. We're kind of lucky, actually. At the minute, she's only about 15 days old, so she really is newborn. And she goes about 4 hours between each bottle. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
It is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. And my partner does most of the night times as well because I work like 3 jobs. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm loving this. This is looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, I like it.
Honestly, I think we're pretty much done, right?
Yeah.
It's all lit up.
Pretty much.
And as soon as those leaves despawn, we won't have any massive trees anymore. Dude.
Hopefully.
Love
if
it.
I haven't placed them too high.
I know, right? And if you did, we can always fix it later. It's okay.
Yeah, it's no problem.
I'm going to jump up here and get a bird's eye view.
Yeah, it is nice.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Isn't it?
Oh.
Looks so good. Oh, definitely sleeping.
Too bad. Just kidding. Hey, look at this. Who's this?
Look at what? Oh. This could be somebody new.
Is this just a random bed, or who's living
I
here?
have no idea.
Somebody, I know what it was. It was DrJimJim. He dropped a bed up here and then forgot where it was, and then
Probably.
was like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to make another one. So funny in that I watched your guys' opening episode where you were trying to find this place. So funny when you and JimJim were fighting back and forth. Hey, I don't have a bed here. I don't have a bed here. And
Whoops.
back to the island.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you working on this with me. I think it'll get us all set up and
Yeah.
ready to go.
Oh, we have one grown. Our
look at
first
that.
tree.
And it's not a monster tree. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect height.
Awesome. Well, I think this will get us set up and ready to go, and everybody else set up. And even if nobody's doing a massive amount of logs like you're using, it'll get the necessary tools and planks and wood and all that stuff. That
absolutely,
needs.
yeah.
So
it's big enough.
For sure. All right, man. Well, thanks a lot. I had a lot of fun.
Me too.
All right. Catch you later. Bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's episode of Unity SMP, the start of Season 2. I hope you guys are as excited about this as I am. We've got a lot of really great plans and ideas in mind for our steampunk-style base. Thank you guys for everyone who suggested that. I really appreciate the challenge and trying something new that I've never done before. That's what this game is all about. You've got an endless world, an endless opportunity, endless amounts of resources to do whatever you want with. And, a lot of times we default to doing stuff that we're familiar with and comfortable with, and I don't want to do that. I want to do something exciting and fresh and new that I've never done before. So I hope you guys are excited about that just like I am. Let me know what you guys liked about this episode, and even what you didn't like, and what you'd like to see in the future on this series. And if you liked this episode enough, or you like all the content on my channel, and you want to check out my Patreon and consider supporting the channel, I would really appreciate that. But for now, my name is BluJay, and I've got to fly on out of here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.